Hello and welcome to Dedicated to Wrestling. Some extremely disappointing news breaking in the last hour, and that is that Seth Rollins has legitimately suffered an injury at the hands of Samoa Joe this past Monday on Raw. Now, WWE first broke this story. I first saw it on their Twitter account where they said he suffered an injury, and obviously they showed him going to the hospital and whatnot. Immediately you're thinking, this isn't real. This is definitely a storyline. It can't be real whatsoever. Seemed to be no problems with his right knee on Raw at the hands of Samoa Joe. And then that was even more backed up when Samoa Joe tweeted. He tweeted Triple H saying, "I believe I have delivered as requested." So at this point, you're definitely thinking it's a storyline and they're going to work this in to Triple H and Seth's WrestleMania angle. But in the last half an hour, it has been confirmed that it is a legitimate injury. First of all, Pro Wrestling Sheet reported that the injury is real and did happen on Raw. And obviously not only that, but the huge disappointing news is that Seth Rollins' status for WrestleMania 33 is currently up in the air, and the officials are already backstage brainstorming backup plans for Triple H. And if that wasn't enough to convince you that this is a legitimate injury, Dave Meltzer, the man in the know with all things WWE and wrestling in general, he is also reporting that an injury did occur, and this is definitely 100% not a storyline. Both sources say the medical diagnosis has not yet been finalised, so the extent of the damage to Rollins' right knee is unknown at this time. Personally, I don't know how serious it is. I was looking on K-side seats and they've posted a video. If you go to around the 3-minute 14 mark on Samoa Joe's video on YouTube, you can actually see Seth's knee buckle a little bit when Samoa takes him down for the Kaneko clutch. You can actually see it, and I don't think anybody picked up on it at the time because nobody's been talking about this whatsoever. So it is huge surprise and so disappointing for a man that missed last year's WrestleMania and practically half a year, maybe more, of last year with that injury suffered at a house show. I'm no doctor, but I would say it doesn't look as bad as the injury he suffered with Kane. But then again, like I said, I'm by far from an expert on this, so for all I know, it could be serious. But at the moment, he's currently in Birmingham, Alabama, where he's being evaluated. Birmingham is, of course, the home of the Andrews Sports Medicine Center, where Rollins went to repair his ACL and MCL, where he was performed on and operated on back in 2015. Hopefully, this is not as bad as first feared, but it is a legitimate injury to Seth Rollins, and his WrestleMania status right now is touch and go. Oh man, it's huge blow. It's a huge blow. He's one of my favourites, and with WrestleMania around the corner, this is terrible news. I will keep you updated on any developments with his injury, any breaking news that comes through, how long he might be out for, anything like that. I will keep you up to date and in the know. No problem whatsoever. This has been dedicated to wrestling on a sober note. Until next time.